What's up, guys? Hope this video finds you well. Got another video for you today on just some really awesome gifts and some super great pickups and random awesome other items and cards to show you today. So this is going to be a real fun one. First of all, I'll start out with my pal Mookie Chilson, who sent along some gifts, and he sent this for my son Taylor, this embossed Craig Biggio, and you can see there the embossing on these. These are really cool cards. They really don't do stuff like that anymore, but that is super awesome. He also sent along this Altuve patch card, which is super awesome as well. So definitely thank you, Mookie, for those. I did not know those were coming. So those are for Taylor. He had asked me about this next item if I had one, and I said no. I have a similar card of him and Robin Ventura doing their fight and all that, but I don't have one of these. These are those awesome Broder style cards from back in the day that were way ahead of their time with all this fancy foil. There was nothing like this going on back then. Now you got all kinds of stuff. But the signature in foil and in the border, him doffing his cap, which I love. And then the back has all three things: the 5,000 strikeout, 300 wins, and 7 no-hitters, who they're against, what day. Even tells it's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that struck out Ricky. But super cool, super awesome card. I did not have that one, so now I do, thanks to Mookie Chilson. Thank you, buddy. I really, really appreciate it. Then he sent along this awesome note for this other item. He said, Lenny from Cardcast had this Astros item on his table at the White Plains show, and he asked how much, and Lenny said, that'd be awesome for Brent. And Mookie said, that's exactly who I was buying it for. And Lenny said, then take it. It's from both of us, which is super awesome. So shout out to Lenny at Cardcast and shout out to Mookie for this. This is a super cool item for me. And he asked if I had anything like it, and the answer is definitely no. I don't have anything like it. But me being a baseball fan and being here in Houston, of course with the Astros and the Astrodome back in the day, have a love for all that stuff. But also being a knife collector, I don't really buy anymore, but I still have somewhat of a collection. I don't have a lot like I used to, but I still have some things like this. This is the Gunfighter Bowie by Lon Humphrey, hand-forged knife. Check out that handle. It's a dyed box elderburl handle with orange liners, which is kind of fitting for this Astros theme thing. But this is one of my favorite knives of all time. Just absolutely gorgeous. But the Gunfighter Bowie by Lon Humphrey, that thing is awesome. So I have been a knife collector in the past, still have somewhat of a collection. That's one of my favorite pieces. But knowing that he sent along this, which is truly a one-of-a-kind item. So we got the Astros button, and this stuff is aged and showing some wear. You got the red, white, and blue ribbon. So you got some Astros, you got some Americana, and then you got the little miniature knife. So how cool is that item right there, man? You got everything going for it. I don't even want to pull that off, but could show you the blade, but you can see, you know, it's all rusty and stuff. It's just great. This thing is super cool. But yeah, Astros and knife collection all in one. So thank you to Mookie and thank you to Lenny. That is a super thoughtful gift and pretty perfect for me. I just love it. Next up, I found this actually. There's a bunch of stuff I've been finding that I'm going to be showing in boxes I've been going through trying to find other stuff. I end up unearthing different things. But this is a matchbook a friend of mine gave me a long time ago from Harry Carey's in Chicago. So that's super cool. Holy cow. Really, really cool little piece there. Just some baseball history. Got the little caricature there. So since I found that, I figured I'd just show it in this video. That's kind of cool. It's not a recent pickup or anything, but something super cool. Also, shout out to Justin with 3 Good Nerds, and he was showing a couple of these the other day. I have what I think is all 3 of them, but this is tickets from the Nashville Sounds in the 80s. And they had the picture that was on the Don Mattingly minor league card and on one of the programs after he was already in the majors. They had his picture on the tickets down there. And this is from 85. So beautiful ticket. This one's blue from 85. It's really, really cool. But it says here, 84 AL batting champion. So shout out to him. Shout out to Keith Lonely Basement. I don't know if he has these things, but I hope he does. But that's the 85. And then the 86 has the 85 most valuable player notation on it. Different color ticket, but you know, they kept the same photo on there. And then this one is from 87. And they have the 86 American League All-Star first baseman notation on there. So they changed it each year, but these are in great shape. These are super nice tickets. The minor league tickets, untorn, and one from each of the 3 years. I just thought that was super cool. So since I just saw him on his channel, I figured I'd show these. But yeah, so all 3 years that I know of that they did it. Very, very cool. I need to still pick up that minor league card again. I don't have it right now. And I might even pick up that program sometime. But those tickets are super awesome. Speaking of tickets, I got a really, really cool one. Here in the States, they didn't have this. Tickets were just kind of standard back then. But in Japan, they were way cooler. So you can see where this was torn off for the stub. And you can see a little bit of the Japanese writing there. But the Japan tickets for the natural were awesome. They had the poster picture on there. And I do have this poster, and I got the bat and everything else. But this, check that out. That is a beauty. So I bought this from Japan. Took a long time to get here, but it's here now. You know, these things are paper thin. They're gonna have some little wrinkles and stuff in there, but just looking at it like this, it is absolutely gorgeous. No major creases or any problems like that. Not a gradable type of thing, but just I wanted to have one. So the ticket to the natural movie from back in the day in Japan is an absolute beauty. That's what you should do with the ticket right there. Super awesome. Super awesome looking item. Super awesome item for me. Recently I went to opening day and went to the shop where they do have some of the game used stuff and that kind of thing, and I ended up picking up this. This is a plastic insert that would have been in the locker of Yordan Alvarez during the postseason last year. So this is the one they would have had in the postseason that would have been above his locker for his number. So after the season, there's some of this stuff that they sell off. So it's a, it's a poly plastic and super cool, just one of a kind item. So, one of those things you run into it, you gotta grab it, or you're not ever gonna see it again. But that is a Yordan postseason locker tag with his number, and I picked that up on opening day. Next up is some stuff that is super cool. I've been waiting on one card to show up so I could show all this, but I've shown this before, and this is the Desert Shield Roger Clemens from 91. An awesome gift from my buddy Greg over at Midlife. Just super love this thing. That thing is so cool. I have showed it before, but I was waiting on this, and this took forever to get. But the Stadium Club 2014 Stadium Club Field Access insert and the Rainbow Foil parallel, not Rainbow Foil board, but Rainbow Foil, and these are numbered to 99. So this one's number 9 of 99, and that's the back of it. But this is just the blown up picture of Clemens there, and you can see the rainbow foil is that and this. So the regular ones don't have that, but the number to 99 ones that are rainbow foil do have that. So this is the Field Access, where they always have some really cool photos And I have another one I'll show you as well, but that is super, super cool. So that is the Clemens against the Green Monster photo as well. And then I have this, which I haven't shown because I was waiting on these things, but that right there. First of all, how did they let him in with that Yankees gear onto the Red Sox field? I don't know, but they did. But you get two guesses who that is. I saw this picture and I told him, you got to send me, I can make one, just sending a file over to CVS, get a picture made of it. That is Greg from Midlife on the field in enemy territory, but it is matching kind of the opposite way of Clemens there. Super, super cool. Since he's the one that gave me this card, and that's a picture of him doing the same thing from the other direction, I just thought it'd be too cool to kind of make a photo card out of that and just kind of do it that way. So, and I couldn't decide if I wanted it to be sideways like this one or if I wanted it to be upright like that one. So I ended up doing it both ways. So there you go. There you go, Greg. Either way, the Clemens and Clemens fan, Greg Miller, next to each other, and that is a cool trio that will stay together in my collection. That is too cool. But I've been wanting to show that for a while since he's the one that gave me that card, and he did kind of the same thing, but ComC took about a month to get me this card. So so look at that duo right there. That's just super, super cool. So shout out to Greg on that one. That is super fun to have stuff like that. Speaking of the stadium clubs in 2014, this is not a field access, but this is a rainbow foil. And I'll show the back real quick. These regular rainbow foils that aren't field access don't have the numbering on the back. But check that out. So you got the rainbow foil down here on the parallel. But it's my favorite action shot of Ricky of any card, and I wanted a special version of it. I saw a rainbow foil board that was really, really expensive, and only once I didn't get that, but I didn't want to just get the base, but you certainly could if you just want the image. But he is hauling butt to second base there. Just absolutely, that is Ricky right there. That is Ricky being Ricky. Just such a great image. Finally got me a rainbow foil of that, and I absolutely love that card. So that is super awesome. Love that. Next up is a card that I missed out on when it came up. There's a guy that does these cards that are based on Sporting Life. He does these custom cards that are absolutely amazing. And occasionally he'll do a one-of-one. And I missed out on this when it came up. It went for quite a bit, but then he must have consigned it for sale again because it came up again, and made the guy an offer, and he took it. So yes, it is technically an art card, but it is absolutely perfect for my collection. So here we go. The 2024 4th of July. This is the Roy Hobbs Stars and Stripes. Just such an awesome card. He does absolutely amazing artwork on some of this. Some of this stuff goes for a lot of money that he makes. Some of the cards and the little stand-up things he makes is amazing. But this is the Americana. It's Roy Hobbs with the Knights. 4th of July 2024. 1/1. Even the back is unbelievable. Check that out. Check out this image. So cool. And it has a Sporting Life. It's got 1/1 right there, stamped. Just amazing how he does these. They just look vintage. They look amazing. And some of the real special ones really go for some money, but I was able to get this one at a really good deal for a 1/1. But Americana, Roy Hobbs, and a 1/1 does not get any better than that for me. So that is just super cool. Absolutely love it. So that is that one. A couple other things. Some jersey cards of Bagwell. This one's Midsummer Swatches. Just a really good looking card. You got the pinstripe right there. Just a really attractive card. You know, these aren't worth a lot of money or anything, but sometimes you run into something that just looks really good. It's my guy Bagwell. So that's really awesome. And then back to the Americana thing, this one here. Super cool. Jeff Bagwell, check that out. So America's Game from Fleer. Jeff Bagwell, you got the stars. You got the star here as a little bit of a pinstripe there with the jersey. And then you got like the Declaration of Independence over here behind Bagwell. I just love that. I think that is a super cool card. Man. America's Game. You got the Americana, part of my collection, plus you got Bagwell, and you got a jersey. That is just too perfect. This next one is Don Mattingly. This is a set they did of the Yankees, a bunch of Yankees greats called the New Dynasty. This was from 2000, I believe, but here's the back. But these fronts just look awesome. So I got me a Donnie Baseball. Look at that. It's a rainbow foil board type of finish. Once again, I super miss Upper Deck making baseball cards. But that thing is beautiful. That is just an awesome, awesome Donnie Baseball card. I put it in one of these holders, even though it's not worth a lot, just because it just looks so much better in these really clear holders. It looks so nice. Looks really high end, even though these aren't worth a lot of money, but man, that thing is just beautiful. So Donnie Baseball represented again. Next one, my guy, Nolan Ryan. This is the gold foil Chasing History 2013 tops, but this is also a rainbow foil board type of card. Look at that beauty. Oh man, that thing is awesome. You got the Rangers Chasing History. It's the gold foil 5,000 strikeout card. So that's why I wanted it. It just looks so awesome. The photo's awesome. The background foil is amazing. It's just a great design. It's just a really, really great design card. Chasing History, 5,000 strikeouts. Of course, Ricky. But man, what a great looking card that is. So I finally picked up one of those. Not a super valuable card either, but just a great, great looking card. Absolutely love it. Next thing, there's only a few more items here, but I am 3 cards closer to the almost impossible 2012 Leaf Josh Gibson set. It may be a fool's errand to even try this. These are so limited and so hard to find, and I probably won't be able to get a set of them, but I am 3 cards closer now. This one is number 3 in the set, and luckily a lot of these have been in really, really nice condition. But Josh Gibson, I don't break bats, I wear them out. Josh Gibson. I love these quotes, but there he is. You've seen that image before in later cards in later years, but Leaf had it in 2012. It's a beautiful card. And number 11 here is this one. Satchel Paige, who was Gibson's teammate on the Pittsburgh Crawfords and later pitched for the Cleveland Indians, said he was the greatest hitter who ever lived. And once again, this is the 2012 Leaf Search for Josh Gibson set. Now you've seen a cropped version of this photo on the newer tops. Super short print. But here's kind of a bigger photo with the ump and the catcher and everything in there. Super cool. Josh Gibson coming home. So that's a great, great looking card. Great looking shot. Now this is one that they don't use the photo everywhere, so I really like this one. But this is number 6 right here. I played with Willie Mays and against Hank Aaron. Hall of Famer Monty Irvin once said, "They were tremendous players, but they were no Josh Gibson." It's quotes like that that just make his legend even bigger. But look at that. He's just sitting there looking at his bat. That image is not worn out like some other ones, so I really, really like that one. That is a really, really cool card. But so there you go. 3 cards closer to a really, really tough, really hard set. So I'll have a few of them. If I never get all of them, at least I'll have a few of them. Some of them are just so expensive, and some of them I've never even seen a copy. I did check the PSA Pop report. There are 2 total cards from this set sent. There's one of number 1 and one of number 2. That's it. Almost none of these have even been graded. They are that rare. But getting 3 of these, of my favorite ones, kind of recently, super happy about that. Those are really great cards, really hard to come by. A lot of people don't know about those, so what a cool set. But next thing up is from Pacific, the Pacific Revolution cards from 1998. These are gorgeous, and there is Griffey and Thomas, all that kind of stuff. Griffey goes for quite a bit, but Ripken, my man, was really reasonable. But the back of these are even super cool. Just a great shot of him. Really interesting design here. Cal Ripken, third base. But the front is why I bought it. This thing, this thing is awesome. Oh man, look at that card. Holy mackerel. That thing is sick. The Pacific designs from back in the day are cutting edge, way ahead of their time. But Pacific Revolution, 1998, Cal Ripken Jr. How about that card? Man, that card's amazing. Had to have it. I don't think I've ever had one of those before. So as reasonable as it is to get one of him, I thought about the Griffey, but I'm like, no, that Ripken looks amazing, and it's very reasonable to get that. So that is just super cool. Last thing is another one of these epics from Pinnacle. This is a moment, but this is the All-Star moment. This is the purple, and these are amazing. I finally got me a Griffey. I got the All-Star ones, aren't as expensive as the other ones, so I got one of these, but they are so gorgeous. Look at this. Look when I move that around. It is just the kaleidoscope of insanity. I just can't even believe what this card does. They don't make stuff like this anymore. 90s cards rule, but Pinnacle Epics All-Star Moment Purple, Ken Griffey Jr. And just look at the movement in that card. I have no idea how they do this kind of technology, but that is amazing. That is truly amazing. Amazing card. So that finishes it up. Look at that. Man, that thing is awesome. Got my boy Cal. Got Griffey. Some amazing looking cards. So we had fun today just looking at some awesome gifts from some awesome people, and then just a bunch of cool pickups and random amazing cards from the collection. I hope you enjoyed it. I love sharing this kind of stuff. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching and hitting the thumbs up, nice comments, just being a part of the community. Just really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you, and until next time, we will see you guys.